Hey, what's up? Otaku Mike here. Let's talk about Green Lantern Dark issue number one. So, this universe is basically covered in darkness. A lot of the heroes have actually died, and only one hero is actually still around, Green Lantern, and she fights off the hordes of Solomon Grundy, the zombie hordes to be exact. This first issue follows this young girl named Lynette, and Lynette is telling the tale of Green Lantern to some people. Either you're a believer or a non believer in this world because people haven't really seen Green Lantern before. Lynette and her friends end up at a diner after story time, and they are talking, and her brother doesn't really believe in Green Lantern. He thinks she's kind of crazy for believing in it, and they end up seeing this cloaked, hooded figure who looks very similar to Green Lantern, and Lynette goes to run over to this person, and ends up being like a ghoul or a zombie, and they end up attacking Lynette, who happens to show up, but Green Lantern themselves to take care of the monster. After Green Lantern ends up helping in this zombie attack and saves Lynette, Lynette kind of pesters her, and she's like, "Hey, Green Lantern, I've been telling people of your tale and stuff like that. You need to help us out." And she's like, "Look, I'm doing the best I can, and whatnot." But Lynette very much is very persistent, and she's pestering her, and we end up finding out little tiny bits about Green Lantern. We find out her name is Renee, and Renee was not willingly chosen to be Green Lantern, and she has been struggling with the fact of her new duties as Green Lantern. But with the determination and willpower that Lynette actually imbues somewhat Renee with, they end up actually being able to work together and actually hold back the zombie horde and Grundy for a time being. Alright, so let's take a look at the internal artwork for this series. See if I can do this. There is your creative team right there. I have to say this artwork's probably not for everybody, but I did enjoy it. It very much goes with this series. Very, very horror vibes, very dark, very grim. I really like the design of the Green Lantern. Like, she looks really cool in the way like she implements her powers and stuff. Like, it's really cool. Like, I was just so surprised that they went with like a horror vibe for this. But yeah, like just all the dark greens and purples, like the way they use it is very, very well done. Their color choices are very cool. But yeah, panel layouts are very good, I do have to say. But yeah, this is a very, very awesome. Like, the artwork is really good in this. Very indie-esque, I feel like. It very much reminds me of Something is Killing the Children. That artwork in that. So if you like that, you'll probably like this artwork. But it is pretty cool. Pretty cool what we got in here, I have to say. So I thought the first issue, was pleasantly good for the most part. I did enjoy it. I did enjoy this new take on the Green Lantern and in this weird world that they're in. I found it really interesting. Like, she was very much a reluctant hero. She didn't really want to fight the zombie hordes. We don't get a lot of information about her in this, but possibly moving forward we will get that. I found it interesting that we very much come in from the point of view of Lynette, who isn't Green Lantern, and Green Lantern is, at the time in this issue, she seems to be somewhat of a supporting character. I don't know really, but I did like this take on Green Lantern. It's very much like a horror take on this character, which is something I didn't really expect to get. My only real complaint with this is this a double-sized issue? And it was a little long. I felt like it had a little bit of a pacing issue in the middle of it. But other than that, like I did enjoy this first issue. And I do plan on trying to pick up more of this to see where exactly this is going to go. I do hope this series going forward does kind of more focus on Renee, the Green Lantern, because I feel like that's what was a little lacking in that. But like towards the end of it, we do get a lot of Green Lantern in this book, which was pretty cool. And I liked how they implemented the Green Lantern powers. They weren't necessarily 100% like the normal Green Lantern powers. It seemed to be a little different in the way she was able to get her power. Was seemed to be different. Like it seemed to be like her power was like people believing in the legend of the Green Lantern, and that determined like her power level wise going forward. It seemed like, but I did like this. I loved, the whole zombie apocalypse theme they had going on in this with Grundy. Like I didn't expect Grundy to be in this and him to be like the big bad in this, which he was pretty terrifying, I have to say. But yeah, it was a fun read. It was different. It might not be for everybody, but I did enjoy it for the most part. But let me know your thoughts down below. I will talk to you, Mike, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.